Hi, this is JJ Smith Medium, and welcome to this week's episode of the Weekly Wow with Spirit Stories. So this week I had a reading with a woman we'll call Melanie, and Melanie came in because she wanted to get some information from her aunt who had just recently passed. And Melanie had actually come in probably about a month earlier and said, I have an aunt who's very, very ill. How much longer do you think? And I normally don't do future prediction type things, but I said, I keep seeing 2-3, the numbers. And I said, so I'm guessing either 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 3 days, but I feel like it's going to be weeks. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, so when she came in for a reading this week, she said, so you were right. It was actually 3 weeks from when I met you. That my aunt did pass. And I was like, I'm sorry for your loss, but thank goodness for her because she had been really, really sick and suffering. And so Melanie was excited about the reading because she said, I want to see what she thinks on the other side. And I actually kind of had not put 2 and 2 together that the aunt had so recently passed because it had only been about 2 weeks. And I usually try to give it a little bit longer for the spirit. But so we do this reading and the aunt keeps telling Melanie, it's so beautiful here. It's so beautiful. And I laughed and I said to Melanie, I haven't actually had spirits telling me like that's their theme on how beautiful it is. And she said, well, she's only been there a couple weeks. And I said, oh, that's right. She is a newly passed. So she's still getting her bearings, right? But it was a really cool reading for a lot of reasons. Number one, the aunt had a lot of messages for her sister. They were super close, like best friends, and which would be Melanie's mom. And so the aunt was telling Melanie, please tell your mom that the way we lived in misery when I was alive is not the way life is supposed to be lived, right? We were always victims. We were always angry. We were always resentful about so many things that had happened in the family. And it's not about that. Like on this side, it's all about love. It's only about love. And I really, really want you to give her that message. And so Melanie was excited about taking that on. And the other super great thing was the aunt had a daughter who had been murdered about 10 years ago. And the daughter was with her and she didn't have a lot to say, but I could see them and feel them together in spirit. So that was a very reassuring thing for Melanie, which I think she knew, but to have the confirmation was nice. And then out of the blue, the aunt starts talking about cats. Right? Cats. And I said, why is she talking to me about cats? Because what happens is being a medium, at least for me, is a little bit like playing a game of charades with spirit. They'll give me a word, or I'll see a picture of something in my mind's eye, or I'll get a feeling. And it doesn't mean anything to me, but it means something. It might mean something to the person sitting across from me. And so when I asked Melanie, why does she keep showing me all of these cats? She said, my aunt was big into cat rescue. And so she had 10 or 12 cats when she passed away. And she was really worried about what was going to happen to those cats. Now, luckily, the husband has gone ahead and I guess taken over the cat rescue because he's kept them all and is still helping to place them into good homes. But I said the fact that the spirit is bringing up cats, that's something that she definitely wanted to address. And so we got a pretty good laugh out of that. And so after this reading, it was such a positive, heartfelt type of reading that Melanie actually got a hold of me later that afternoon and said, my mom wants to come in because she wants to talk to her sister. So we have that set up for next week where her mom can come in and she can do visiting hours in heaven too. That's this week's episode of the Spirit Stories, the Weekly Wow. If you'd like to look at my website or book an appointment, please feel free to go to jjsmithmedium.com. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Bye-bye.